All right, what is up? A to Z Sports. Sam Phelan, Tennessee Titans reporter with A to Z Sports, coming at you live from St. Thomas Sports Park. We just wrapped up about 45 minutes or so the introductory press conference for Tennessee Titans' new general manager, Ran Carthon. Ran speaking to the media for the first time. We heard from controlling owner Amy Adams Strunk. We heard from head coach Mike Vrabel and got all of the burning questions on the minds of Titans fans answered. So here to recap it for you, give you some live reaction on the first introduction of Ran Carthon as Tennessee Titans general manager. Before we get going for the show today and pop in for 15, 20 minutes, but make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share the show however you're watching, whether that's Facebook, that's YouTube, that's Twitter. Go retweet us. Check out all of our Titans coverage and the Titans coverage that will continue trickling out throughout the week as we break down Ran Carthon's introductory Titans press conference and where the Titans go as they get ready to head into the offseason. And Gabriel coming off the bat with a comment here. Yeah, Mike Vrabel was spicy today. He was emotional. He was hot, but he was also very, very excited. And he has good reason to be because Ran Carthon crushed today's press conference, and the biggest thing that stood out to me was the word that he said over and over again, and you are going to continue hearing the Titans say over and over again: collaboration. Collaboration. That is what this new regime is all about. That is what Ran Carthon is all about. That is what they were looking for in their general manager, and that is what they got. He said over and over again, the top thing on Ran Carthon's to-do list as Titans general manager is Mike Vrabel. He's not looking to just get talent. He is looking to get talent that fits into the coach's scheme. He's going to have a relationship with Mike, try and figure out where they go and work together. He wouldn't even say who had full roster control or who was making final personnel decisions. The goal of this new regime and this new era of Titans football is for a collaborative effort. So that was Ran Carthon's message. Those of you joining me in the chat here, make sure you like, make sure you share the show. Like I said earlier, drop any questions that you have as my instant reaction from Ran Carthon's introductory press conference. But yeah, very impressive, very well spoken was Carthon today. I mentioned the focus that he put on Mike Vrabel and the effort that he's looking to have moving forward to collaborate with Mike Vrabel, to build things in his image, to make decisions together. That was what they were looking for. That is what they got. Mike Vrabel also spoke about the team's offensive coordinator position, and those are things he's looking for in his coordinator too, a one unit. A couple other things that stood out to me from Carthon that he spoke about today: a 21-3 rule, as Carthon put it, the idea of 24 hours in a day, but understanding that athletes are only athletes when they're in your facility. They are people outside of St. Thomas Sports Park when they go home. Knowing the person behind the player was key to his roles in San Francisco, and it's going to be key here in how he tries to evaluate talent, evaluate this roster, scout talent, and what fits really well. But he did seem to be exactly what the Titans needed, as Johnny throws in. It was a breath of fresh air, music to the ears of Titans fans. He was asked rather by us media about the quarterback position. Understandably, Ran was not willing to commit to Ryan Tannehill as the quarterback, but also said he needs more time to go over this roster, to look at what they have, where they can be. But I really liked the emphasis that Ran put on the QB position. He said people are hired and people are fired because of quarterbacks, because of decisions they make in the draft with quarterbacks, because of how they develop or evaluate quarterbacks. Those are the decisions that define your job as an executive in the National Football League. He understands the importance of it. He understands the importance of being great at QB, but also believed you can still win through the ground game. He's a former running back himself, played with the Indianapolis Colts. And he said he was excited to size up Derrick Henry, get to know Derrick, and Ran also putting an emphasis on the run game late in the year. Said if you look at the playoff teams that are still playing around the NFL today, it's teams that can run the football. So when the weather changes, you have to know how to do it on the ground. Let me know any questions that you guys have in the chat about Rand Carthon's introductory press conference. I will say this much: the energy in the building today was something that we have not felt in quite some time. There was an overwhelming buzz about Titans media, about Titans personnel, about the staff, through ownership. And I think through the fan base as well, there seems to be a newfound hope for the light at the end of the tunnel that Rand Carthon can develop the Tennessee Titans into being a perennial force in the AFC, similar to what the San Francisco 49ers and John Lynch and Adam Peters and their front office has done in the NFC. Their ability to draft late, Rand serving in player personnel, pro personnel, scouting with the 49ers, handled a lot of the late round draft picks. He told this story I found fascinating about when the 49ers first drafted Elijah Mitchell in the 6th round and how he used analytics to track Elijah Mitchell as an elite outside zone running back, which fit their scheme. He then went to Kyle Shanahan alongside some of the other assistant scouts and basically pitched Kyle Shanahan on, we don't need a linebacker. We need this running back in our scheme right now. They made the pick, and it's obviously paying off and doing wonders for them now. So what was your reaction? I'll go ahead and throw this question out there right now. What was your reaction in one word to Rand Carthon's introductory press conference? How are you feeling as a Titans fan? Like I mentioned, the energy here today is different, but I want to get a sense of the pulse of the fan base with a new general manager stepping up. Mike Vrabel was a part of the interview process. He was a part of the second interview process. Amy Adams-Strunk and Mike Vrabel both felt very certain that this was the right candidate. Like, they enjoyed Ryan Cowden. They enjoyed Monty Ossenfort. They enjoyed Ian Cunningham, gave him a second interview as well. But the experience that Rand Carthon has as an executive in this league, the experience that he has in a player in his league, uniquely position him to relate to Mike Vrabel, see football the same way Mike Vrabel does, and assess talent in a very similar way as well. So going to your guys' words right here, let's see. Aaron says inspired. Steven says exciting. Robert says bought in. And I really like that one, Robert, because that is the sense that I think everybody has right now. Glenn, just awesome. Bork, buzz. Karen says optimistic. Steven says excited. Johnny says impressive. Ken says hopeful. Ryan says excited. It's all positive vibes. And I like that bought in phrase that we had earlier, because that is what I am at this point in time. That is what I think every Titans fan should be. Another emphasis from Rand Carthon was, this is a good roster. This is a competitive roster. This is not a rebuild that the Titans are preparing to enter right now. He made that very clear. They are close to competing. He said they are good. The goal is for them to be great. That was the ceiling that they hit under John Robinson, that they were never really able to reach the next level to really compete for Super Bowls. But now with Rand Carthon, a lot of optimism, a lot of buy-in in the building that the Titans are ready to take that next step. So the next order of business, his offensive coordinator, Mike Vrabel, said they're looking for somebody that has relationships with their players. They're looking for an offensive line coach that can assist the coordinator and be hands-on in assisting and making the coordinator's job easier. He wants to get to the red zone more frequently, says we've done a good job of being in the red zone. While we're in the red zone, we got to get there, though. So next order of business is the offensive coordinator. And over the next few weeks, Rand Carthon and Mike Vrabel will be meeting just day after day, hour after hour, trying to assess this roster, figure out where they go from here. What is the plan for free agency? What is the plan for the NFL draft? And how can the Titans fix their salary cap situation as this offseason plays out to give them a chance to kind of overhaul some of this roster that hasn't been working out, and looking at injury issues as well and solving those. So all of that content we will be covering here at A to Z Sports on our morning shows with Austin and Zach every day, in our writing team, in our articles, atozsports.com, our Facebook, our Twitter page, Buck Rising on A to Z Primetime at nights as well. These are the offseason topics with the Titans. Now they have a general manager here who has given us some answers on the direction they will be going. Now we have to wait for them to make the moves. I'm Sam Phelan, right here, St. Thomas Sports Park, reacting live. Rand Carthon crushed today's press conference. Point blank. We'll see you guys next time.